has arrived that trouble is brewing in the Edo State House of Assembly with threats to impeach the Speaker. Have speakers of state houses of assembly become an endangered species? Well, that's our focus on the program. Many thanks for joining in, everyone. This is Politics Today, live on Channels Television. I'm Imana Amawe. You can follow the conversation on Twitter at CTV Politics and also watch us live on Facebook. We begin the program tonight on a sad note. The management and staff of Channels Television wish to announce the passing away of Chukwuma Onwekusi, our State House correspondent. He died at a private hospital in Abuja in the early hours of today. He has covered several beats on Channels Television before he was seconded to cover the presidential villa as the State House correspondent. An excellent reporter who joined Channels Television from 1998. He showed great passion for his job. His distinct voice and presentation style it made him relay the news to viewers across the world with articulate precision. A perfect gentleman and a great family man. He was a graduate of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Mr. Onwekusi also worked in Imo Broadcasting Corporation, Owerri. He died at the age of 55 and he's survived by a wife and children. May his gentle soul rest in peace. And the Senate President, Bukola Saraki, has expressed deep sadness. He's condoled with Channels Television over the death of our State House correspondent, Chukwuma Onwekusi, earlier today after a brief illness. Senator Saraki, in a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Yusuf Olaniyonu, in Abuja, described the late Onwekusi as a hard-working, passionate and conscientious reporter who left nobody in doubt about his professional competence. He commiserated with the immediate family of the deceased, the management and staff of Channels Television and the State House correspondents over the loss of the broadcast journalist. He says the news of the demise of Chukwuma Onwekusi came to him with great shock, and he believes his death has left a vacuum in the broadcast industry that cannot easily be filled. And while praying that God should grant the soul of the departed eternal rest, he called on other reporters in broadcast media covering sensitive beats to borrow a leaf from Onwekusi's humility, dynamism and dedication to his job. Also, the Deputy Senate President, Ike Ekweremadu, expressed deep grief over the death of Channels TV's State House correspondent. He described him as a thoroughbred professional, noting that his death was a huge loss, not only to Channels, but to the entire media industry and the nation in general. Well, Chukwuma will surely be greatly missed. He was a great gentleman. Well, let's move on now. Let's bring you some political stories we've been following for you.
The acting president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, has signed up as a champion of the He for She campaign in Abuja. This campaign is a global effort to engage the male gender in removing the social and cultural barriers that prevent females from achieving their potential. Speaking at the launch of the campaign, Professor Osinbajo stressed that the fight for gender equality is not only an imperative of justice and fairness, but also an entitlement and debt owed to women. Several other dignitaries, including politicians, traditional rulers and federal lawmakers, also enlisted to be a part of the campaign.
There is no hiding place, either in religion or law or public policy, for the treatment of women as inferior to men.
The acting president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, has written to the House of Representatives requesting that development facilities of $1.28 billion and €9 million be included into the country's 2016 to 2018 external borrowing plans. According to the letter read to the House by the Speaker, Yakubu Dogara, the $1.28 billion is for the Development Bank of Nigeria, which is ready to commence operations, while the €9 million is for a Fund for Agricultural Finance in Nigeria project. The letter states that the €9 million is for the second tranche of the agricultural financing project, which will consolidate on the gains recorded in the investment of the first tranche of €10.5 million. With political parties gearing up for the 2019 elections, the Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has raised an alarm over the resurgence of cult groups which he claims are sponsored by the opposition party to disrupt activities in the state. During the commissioning of the Puke-Bodo Road in Gokana local government area, Governor Wike urged security agencies to call all stakeholders in the state to order so that the violence and bloodshed which has plagued Rivers State during elections is averted. The Senate Minority Leader Godswill Akpabio, who commissioned the road, said if state governors in the Niger Delta region had committed to development over the years, the region would have been the better for it.
Because of the election that has not even come, people are now mobilizing to arm youths. But let me say, when you are plotting evil, you will receive evil first. So when they receive evil, they should not complain.